So 1960, unfortunately, did find a match, and this is the Tides of War KVK. This is my first time playing Tides, so I guess I'm excited to play Tides somewhat. I just want the experience. But you can see these kingdoms are not really 1960 quality, or they won't really punch at the same level as some of the other imps. Not even close to the same level. What am I saying? Look at these kingdoms. Some of these kingdoms are probably just finishing KVK 5. These 4 kingdoms are all probably entering KVK 5. My bad. And this kingdom is probably also entering KVK 5. So these 5 kingdoms are just getting the Lilith matchmaking treatment of first KVK, first actual Season of Conquest KVK. You get matched with 1960. Perfectly fine matchmaking as usual from Lilith. Looking at 3060, I believe this is the kingdom that just left their same season migration open recently and let in 500 migrants. So these guys are, I believe they'll just be dead weight. I'm not sure, but we'll see. I'm going to talk about the sort of matchup as well as the Diplo. The Diplo talks finished about like 4 to 5 hours ago, so I wanted to talk about that. But the other kingdoms are trying relatively. I mean, they're trying at least a little bit in pre-KVK. The numbers aren't that high, especially from us also. So I can't really say any of us are really trying. Training day will obviously decide pre-KVK, but Marauders are where we sort of see the activity. And the 3K kingdoms are all doing pretty good relatively in terms of activity there. Going to sort of like the KP breakdown of each of the kingdoms. To the map. Oh, sorry, let's talk about the map first. So you can see Fire Camp is alone top left. Wind Camp 3060. I'm not sure if 3060 got camped, but 3060 got camped with 6 alliances, I believe. So weird that they got a campmate, but it is what it is. The other new kingdoms, 3 of them got stuck in the same camp in water, and 1 3K kingdom in earth over here. Looking at the kill points, sort of KP breakdown, you can sort of see, of course, 1960 is in first with the highest power. Then we have all the other kingdoms here. This is going by top 300 City Hall 25. It's a little disappointing that we can see some of them don't even have 300 City Hall 25 players, but you know, it is what it is. This is how the game is now with the domain system. So you can see 3278, I believe, will be one of the big factors in this KVK, that they can punch pretty high above their sort of power. If you look at them, they look pretty lean, 3278. Yeah, these are all the other kingdoms. I'm not going to talk about them. 3060 will be probably one of the main deciding factors in this KVK, whether they decide to actually fight us or not. So you can see 3060, 6 alliances. 6, I would say, main alliances. I'm not sure if I'm assuming these are 6 main alliances. So 7 billion power alliance should not be a farm alliance. So these are 6 main alliances, which is pretty crazy. This sort of reminds you of the 1093 days, but of course these alliances are not anywhere close to the 1093 caliber. You saw the kill points right here from the 3060 side. Very low for 6 alliances. You can even filter by top 900. I was looking at the top 900. Top 900 for 3060, meaning the top 900 City Hall 25 players, it is not even above 300 billion. So 3060, we'll see if they actually turn up. Hopefully they do. Otherwise, this will probably be a boring KVK, I would say. Looking at sort of the matchup, if you want to see like the sort of passes and all that sort of stuff, I already stated where everyone is in their respective camps and zones. So you can see we'll be in fire. These are the passes. I want to talk about Diplo. Yeah, Diplo. So looking at Diplo, this is the mail sent from Seawill. You can see Seawill's our king. Diplo talks concluded. All other cans were reluctant to find 960. Of course, expected. They were in a bad position. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Okay, 1v3. So obviously we're gonna do 1v3. That was sort of a no-brainer. I don't think we wanted to do a 2v2. So you can see 1v1v2. I'm sort of curious what that'll look like, but 1960 will encourage our people not to spend like normally on this KVK. Nice for me. It's free to play, which used to be mandatory. For altar fights, 1960 will divide into 2 groups against 2 camps. So we're splitting our alliance in half. We're a 1 alliance kingdom, so we'll be probably fighting 75 players in each altar. I guess that makes sense. For pass 4 and pass 7, 960 will split their main accounts evenly. So this is interesting. They didn't say evenly for the altar fights. So I'm assuming the altar fights will be, maybe we'll do the stronger camp in one altar and the weaker group in one altar and the stronger group in another altar. But it looks like we'll do evenly in the 2 zones. This will guarantee fights for both sides. And 1960 will guarantee every camp is safe to Kingsland. We will not touch any past to Kingsland. Okay. So this is the Diplo scenario, which my Diplo team has been working on for 2, maybe 3 days. 1v3, 1v2 result. If we win, 60 autarchs will be distributed to all the small camps based on their DKP, Dragon Kill Points performance. So we'll give extra rewards here on circle rewards, first capture rewards. So it looks like we're enticing them to fight us with giving 60 extra autarchs, even to the losers, as well as some extra Crusader achievement rewards. And yeah, that's more or less it. Water and Earth did not want to ally Wind. Wind is 3060, 3060, so that makes sense. Yeah, and we won't see Wind before Kingsland. So Wind will not fight us before Kingsland. So 3060 will not meet us before Kingsland. So let's sort of look at the map again. Looking at the map. So like I was saying, actually let's go with this one. So let's go to pen. We're sending half our troops here, half our people here. One half of the people will enter this zone and fight here. Another half of the people will enter this zone and fight here. Okay, so we're sending 75 people to each of these zones. So sending 75 people to each of these zones. Okay, which is interesting. I mean, this is how we're going to play the KVK. We're going to send half our people to each of these zones here. So that's pretty interesting. We're also sending to the altars here. We're also sending 75 people. Probably different groups, like they said. I'm not sure if they're the same groups or different groups. 75 people to the altar fights as well. And then past 7, if we also said we're fighting, we're sending half our people to fight in past 7. So we enter past 7 here, right here, and I assume right here. So we can fight here and here for past 7. That'll be interesting. We're sending half our people again to fight, I guess, both of these sides. So 75 people will go to the right, 75 people will go down. So we're sending half our people basically to fight 4 kingdoms. So 75 people will fight 4 kingdoms at a time. So this will definitely be something I've never seen before. I've never played this kind of KVK before. It said we'll not meet 3060 until we enter Kingsland. So we'll be essentially fighting 8 kingdoms until we enter Kingsland. And in Kingsland, we'll be fighting all 10 kingdoms in this area. Now, if anyone was wondering how they're going to make the teams, like the teams of 75, I also asked, and I wasn't sure. I never got an official response, but they said they're still working on making the teams earlier. So the teams will not be made randomly. I'm assuming they're going to mix the spenders and the free-to-plays and the I'm really the only free-to-play. The spenders and the low spenders and the one free-to-play in teams. But there'll be probably a mail sent out later saying which team we're going to be on at some point. So I'm not sure which team I'm on right now. Obviously, I'd prefer to be probably fighting the right side, this side right here. That looks more interesting. Going into zone 4 at least. But yeah, that's just where we are right now. So our Diplo team did manage to salvage this sort of scenario. Obviously, a lot of people probably didn't want to treat this as a recovery KVK, but yeah, that's where we're sitting at right now. Hopefully this KVK is fun, and that's really all I have for this video. I just want to give an update on the Diplo, which is finished, and hopefully this KVK will be interesting to watch. If not, it is what it is. That's what happened with this KVK, and yeah, that's all I got.